Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Ultimate Creative Chat. Today I have with me Andrea D. Merriman. She is an advocate for domestic violence assistance, and she is going to talk to us a little bit about how she has been doing that, how she's been helping women and their families to get out of those rough situations. So, Andrea, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I've been looking forward to it all day.
Well, I've been looking forward to talking with you again as well. We connected, and I knew right away you needed to talk to our audience and let them know what's going on and what you have to offer them, because I think it's very cool what you're doing. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into what you are currently doing.
So, yes, thank you. I am Andrea Merriman, as you said. I am a creative harmony coach and master domestic violence help coach. And basically, what that means is I like to empower women to take the harm that has harmed them and turn it into harmony. And most of the women I work with have been through domestic violence, some sexual assault and or human trafficking, but just some type of trauma. Um, my main focus is working with women that have been through domestic violence. I started that about 7 years ago. So I have always worked with training and workshops in the HR field because that's has been a passion of mine, educating.
Okay.
But back in September of 2014, there was some family violence going on between my older daughter and her husband, which resulted in her leaving him getting upset and breaking into my house one Saturday night, September the 6th, 2014 to be exact. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. He was determined to try to find her. He could not find her, but what he did do was he came with guns, so he came in shooting.
Wow.
And he just tried to kill everybody in the house. He was successful in killing my 17-year-old daughter, Jennifer.
Wow.
Jennifer had retreated to her room with her then boyfriend and had tried to kneel down and hide, in case the bullets flew. He shot in her door, I guess thinking his wife was in there. But what he did was he looked at Jennifer, and according to my understanding, he shot her 5 times.
Wow.
And so as a mother, you never think that you'll bury a child. But one of the things that Jennifer always wanted to do, because she just had this different personality, was to help people. And so I found out after, because Jennifer was intellectually gifted. And so she was a part of the H.E.L.P program where she met people from all over the world because of her affiliation with them. So I found out afterwards that she had a private Facebook group where this guy wrote me a note, said that including him and about 150 other kids, she had talked out of completing suicide. And she had talked them into getting help, going to talk to their parents, setting them up.
And this is a 17-year-old girl. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes, this conversation. This is what she did at 17.
Wow.
So because we used to talk all the time, she was one of those people who she would go, "Mama, you sleep?" Well, it's 2:00, but no, what you got?
Right.
And she just loved to talk, and she just wanted to, share her ideas, because ideas would just pop up in her head and she would do something. I'm wondering now if some of those conversations were not after she had talked to some of those kids, because she never told me about that.
Right.
But what we did do is we shared a Google Drive where I was able to get all of her papers and information afterwards, and just kind of read some of the phenomenal things that she had done.
Mm-hmm.
And so once we went through all of that, um, I decided to help her legacy to live on.
Mm,
So I
that's
created a
beautiful.
program, and it's called the Jennifer Y. Merriman H.E.L.P program.
Okay.
And H.E.L.P stands for Hope, Empowerment, Life Skills, and Prevention Methods against. And so that program I've been facilitating it since 2015. So it is an
Okay.
evidence-based program. It's consolidated into all of the research that I did about why people say they left or why they said they went back,
Okay.
and put all of that together. I mean, anywhere from what is domestic violence, how to cope with it, looking at red flags, resumes, finance, rental assistance, cooking classes, all of that into one program.
Oh, awesome.
And so now what we're doing is we're still facilitating it through my nonprofit, but my quest is to, I've created a training school to where now I am training other people to facilitate that program.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about that because you're taking it from basically the inspiration and being inspired by your daughter and what she has been doing for people. And you are trying to give other people the tools to pretty much be able to do some of the same things that she was just on the topic of domestic violence. So
Right.
how are you able to use those tools, or what tools are you using so they can get that knowledge?
So with those that are coming through the nonprofit that we're actually working with, they get a set of books. I have a playbook that they have. They get a journal that they get. They get
Okay.
a financial journal. And so we go through all that in like 3 to 4 months, just depending.
Okay.
And so they're able to. I have a class I just started about 3 weeks ago, and I took the girl and met her and gave her books. And so when we first got through it, I said, "You go through everything?" She says, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, what's the problem?" She says, "This isn't what I thought." I
Mhm.
said, "Oh, you thought that this was going to be one of those classes where I said, you should leave him. You shouldn't be with him.
Mhm.
Domestic violence is bad." She says, "Yeah, that's what I expected." She said, "This is like personal development. Like, this is going to help
Actual
me
tools.
anyway. These are actual tools I can use when I get there." I said, "Yeah, that's where we're headed."
Mm-mm-mm. Well, that's awesome. And that really is what people need. No matter what the need is, they want the actual help. They don't want to be fussed at. They don't want to be berated or motivated into doing something.
Right.
That's the first piece. But then how do I actually do it? You know? And so
Right.
I love what the nonprofit is doing. It's called the Jennifer Y. Merriman Help program. And
Yes.
you all can go to jymerrimanprogram.com, if I'm not mistaken, and actually get those, sign up to get those tools. But you also have a program where you are training people to provide that to others. Am I correct?
Yes. And so the website is jymhelpprogram.com,
Okay.
and that they can go to and do referrals or find out more about what I'm going to tell you. So, what I have done is my dream is over the next 5 years is to reach 5,000 families or 5,000 people within families.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about, I'm going to work myself to the bone trying to do that. So,
Yeah.
so what I've done is I have created a coaching program, a year-long coaching program for women who are looking for an empowerment program, who are looking to give back, who may have a nonprofit, who may be looking to run a program in their church. Um,
Hmm.
and so what they will do is they will be a certified domestic violence help coach. They will be licensed to use the trademark, copyright, all the material that I've painstakingly put together, which
Okay.
includes the books, everything, like I said, I've already paid for the trademark, I've already paid for the copyright. They'll have use of that, and all they'll have to do is do the work, and be able to use it in their community. So
Oh,
if I can
beautiful.
clone myself,
Yeah. We need a lot more of you
right, I can do if
around
I
the
can clone
world and
myself.
yeah, around the world and around the country, just
Yeah.
to continue to do good work. And you can't
Mhm.
be everywhere at one time.
Right.
So that's definitely a wise move on your part.
Back to the show.
So yeah, I wanted to have you here because we have an audience of people watching who are some of them considering entrepreneurship or considering using their skills. Maybe they work a 9 to 5 now and they want to take those skills and do something on their own in addition to what they do for work or a passion of theirs. And some of them already have businesses. So, we're just talking to them and they're mainly women watching, and they want to know, how do I make this happen? How do I make it work? What's the work-life balance?
Yeah,
How do
yeah.
I get the financing to do what I need to do, or the funding? So can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the things that you have learned early on in entrepreneurship that helped you to get to where you are now with helping the people that you want to help?
So one of the things that and I've put it all in the program, and it's really neat. So I'm gonna grab this right quick if I don't make a mess. So I have two playbooks. One playbook is just for coaches, but and then there's another one I built for those we serve. But it goes through, like at the beginning, we even talk about time management, stress management,
Mm,
and before we even go into the actual program, but we go into how to write your signature speech, and as far as working your business, what do you want? And even those that have already been through it, like we just did a business one-on-one to make sure that the things they looked at through the program that they have in place now. So we
okay.
went through it. Did you set it up? Did you get your
Hmm.
license? Did you do this? And so I had someone come in and actually go through those details again.
Hmm.
Let's put some timeline on that. And so,
Right.
because that's one of the things I noticed is that a lot of people that come in, they think that they go to their state, they get their business name, they get their EIN, and they're set to do business.
Right.
But there's so much more with the business license and different things. So we go through that. And I learned that the hard way. I was one of
Okay.
those people. That's why I can say it.
Yeah.
But
Well, hey, our
once,
experiences teach us and give us that perspective too,
yeah,
so that we can speak to those who are trying to find out, exactly what they need to do and how they can be successful. So that's
right.
awesome information.
Even drilling down to whether you want a nonprofit or a for profit and what that looks like when
Mm,
you're serving others, whether you're going
okay.
to do events and what type of events. And so, I did the things that when I started did what was easy for me, like I said, the training, the events, those type things to help fund what I was doing in my nonprofit.
Okay.
So it's just putting those pieces together and getting them out of your head is the main thing and onto some paper. I'm
Okay.
a true
Gotcha.
believer if you can't identify it, you can't heal from it. If you can't identify it, you can't make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. Well, let me ask you then, how can people actually sign up for the coaching program so that they can start this journey and at least learn more initially?
So the first thing to do with that is there is a website, but what I'd like to do is kind of talk to make sure that it's a good fit for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a quick 15-minute conversation
Okay.
you can go to bit.ly/book Andrea lead. So it's
Okay.
bit.ly/BOOKANDREALEAD. And
Okay.
what that'll do is just take them to my calendar, make a quick 15-minute conversation.
Mm-hmm.
From then I'll, send out a form and just so we can get to know each other, just to
Yeah.
make sure it's a good fit and what they're looking for.
And that's good because everyone wants to kind of know what they're getting into and feel
Right.
out the person that they're going to be partnering with to make this happen. So that's very good.
And
Very
you said
good.
that you said the not to cut you off, but you said a really important word there, and it's us partnering together.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably go out and just say, here it is, because like I said, it's already packaged. I could
Mm-hmm.
say, here it is, go forth, be happy, and save the world.
Right.
But that would be setting somebody up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
If we partner together, I understand where you're going. I help you learn how to get there and take your dreams, because the key to it is not to just create this program and put your business around it. The idea is to take your dreams and your business and use this to help you facilitate that.
Mm-hmm. So someone can add this to the services that they offer. Let's say
Right.
they're already some type of business coach or some type of women's empowerment leader, and they could actually offer this program in addition to the other services that they have.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the
very
idea.
nice. Okay, well, I know you ladies are out there listening. Take note, write down the website. We're going to have it in the description as well. So you'll be able to get right where you need to go in order to connect with Andrea. So, is there anything else that you want to say to those who are considering coaching or those who are survivors? And for those of you who are entrepreneurs and are also domestic violence survivors, this is a good way to use your situation and your personal experiences to pay it forward to someone else. So this may be something that you want to consider, whether or not you would be a good fit for this. But is there anything, Andrea, that you want to say to the ladies watching?
My main thing is, as I said, the partnership, and I'm an advocate for life ownership, however you're needing to get into that space.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are a speaker and you're speaking on these platforms, you're sharing your story, and when you finish, you don't have anything to offer, this is a great program to offer.
Okay.
As you said, if you're an empowerment coach or minister and you're looking for something in your church, it has been tailored to where you can use that like in your program so that you can continue to be that powerful, encouraging, affectionate woman that's
Mm-hmm.
leading. And so you can share your talents around the blueprint that I've put together for you so you don't have to think overthink your process.
Exactly. Awesome. And it sounds like it really makes you a resource to, as a coach, it makes you a resource to those people out there who need that assistance and need some guidance, and some way of, like you said, personal development.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
really neat because right now we're covering 7 states. I want to cover all 50. And those ladies are so phenomenal. They are supporting each other in their own events.
Awesome.
Um, so just that networking and
Mm-hmm.
putting pieces together, you should see them move mountains. When somebody
Okay.
needs something, everybody has resources in their area. So if you need to move somebody to another state, another space, is quick to pick up a phone and get some help.
Okay, very nice. Well, that's good too. I didn't think about that. There is a sort of a built-in network because
Yeah.
you have a number of coaches coaching students. And then, once they come through that program, then they're able to offer their services and work together and get to know one another. So that's awesome. That's another piece of the partnership.
You're right.
It's another level. Awesome. Well, tell everybody where they can find you, please, on social media and online through your website.
So I am on social media. I made it easy on LinkedIn, Instagram, all those easy places. I'm Harmony Coach Andrea.
Okay.
I'm Googleable. If you put Andrea D. Merriman in Google, a whole lot of stuff comes up. But all good stuff. And then the website again is jymhelpprogram.com. And all the links are to that. I try to keep it easy because I remember listening to people speak and I can't remember how they say get in touch with them.
Exactly. And it really does help. You did the right thing by making your handle for social media the same across the board.
Yeah.
Very smart. Well, thank you for joining us, Andrea, and providing those nuggets of wisdom. Hopefully, you guys will check out her program. I'd be interested to see later if anyone has seen this and has joined, because that was a very good introduction, I think, to what the program offers and what you have been doing personally over these last several years. So thank you everyone for watching, and look in the description for more information.
Thank you.
This UltimateCreativ Chat is sponsored by Bella by Tina Foy.
The serum you've always wanted to try. The cleanser you've been dreaming of. The primer everyone's talking about are finally available. Get your glow on with Bella by Tina Foy. Skincare you love with values you believe in. Visit us at bellabytinafoy.com.
Get in touch with us today to find out how you can advertise your products and services.